All right, kicking it off with this pistol round here. 2 sets of utility for the boys on the CT side, the boys in the blue. So you do see the GG bet odds, mostly favouring big. You'd expect them to. A 1-for-1 towards Catwalk, heavily contested by the CTs for the time being as the smoke goes up and Tabson just bangs 2 straight through it.
Ridiculous. Tabson, he's a madman, and he doesn't actually know that he's got the bomb control right now, so AGO could have an opportunity, but Furlan going to be stopped in his tracks before crossing there, down to 5 HP already. And look, it's pretty much all going to be on Oscar-ish to get the job done. Well, Keto should be first contact here over towards CT.
That is pretty unbelievable of a start for Big. Keto
no.
walks his way out. Oh no, but he gets both of them as well. Are you serious? How many double kills does Big need in a pistol round to win? Turns out it's 2. That's the answer, 2. Not too many.
Can only get 2 double kills.
That's what I'm saying, Pilski.
How has Tabson done that? Look at this. 1 through and then just spams away. Just too much noise being made by AGO there as they make their way up Cat, and then Keto with the perfect timing as well. That is a feels bad for AGO.
That's a good time to be yelling, "See ya, mate!"
See ya later!
TeamSpeak. Maybe get a little bit more Australian on this broadcast, but we'll save that. We've got 3 weeks, so we'll see how far down the rabbit hole we do want to go.
Oh, okay.
Anyway,
start slow.
Quick play from AGO out mid, and, well, there's another see you mate moment because Xantares has sprayed down 3. Nothing to get too excited about for AGO. They only had the Glocks in the round, so 2-0 the scoreline.
Yeah, don't get any damage done, though, and that's going to mean Big's money looking pretty good. That's what you want to see on the CT side of Dust2. You need all those grenades just to be able to fully take that control. Run those long protocols, be able to chuck those Molotovs down on the B tunnels, stop some of those rushes. x-kom AGO, go for this full buy round. 1 Galil, pretty good utility distribution across the board. Going to go and contest long, which will be given up here by Big. You see Tizian, he was going to throw the nade set there, but the push into lower dark is also punished. So good start for AGO, 1-man advantage and that long control, but the push up mid from Tabson could be where Big starts to wrangle control back in favour of the CTs if he finds his timing.
Well, Searson with the scout, and that is something that we've seen before. Tabson lurks behind, holds on. Oh, no!
How has he done that?
Oh, you could see even the raw adjustment on MHL's head there at the end if the FAMAS would give him some luck, but...
Bit of RNG, that gun, you know?
Yeah, look, not the best, Mac, but Searson with the scout.
Yeah, has some of the targets up for him. MHL, 75 HP. Oscar-ish down on 18, and all it's going to take is a body shot here from Searson to really open things up. Not onto MHL, but he gets 2. Oh, dearie me. Well, there is a reason that everyone talks about this guy's scout. Now the USP comes out. Oscar-ish. Surely he sees the shadow, and he doesn't.
It's just there.
It's just there.
It's just there.
He's just there.
He's just there.
Where?
Shoot. Shoot.
Where, Mac?
Shot him.
Just there.
He shot him.
Well,
that's just like the matchmaking call out. He's there.
He's there.
Oh, he's there.
He's just there. He killed me.
Oh.
And Searson just slides straight through him. Makes that look so easy. What was that? 4-5 body tags to
Someone
get
stop
2-3
him.
kills.
He just keeps wide swinging.
And there's no punishment for it as well. That's the issue here.
Just A on the keyboard, D on the keyboard. Hit some mouse 1s in there. All of a sudden, x-kom's dead.
Let's see if there's any change of pace now. AGO, a couple of fast rounds from them. Big as well, just no holds barred. But this round slowing things down. Tabson here at mid should find a bit of action. There's the first, unable to connect fully. Gruby gets away with 7 HP. Nice placement of the molly to slow down the push. And AGO are going to be rerouted straight up short.
Which is probably where Big want them to go, because Searson holding with an AWP on the A bomb site.
No utility here for AGO. This is going to be one of those rounds where you see some goofy run boosts, maybe. Try to create the space, throw off Searson's scout shot. Or will he hit a nice flicko to make Elfish Guy happy?
I'm a big fan of the flickos. Run boosts. Oh, actually does get past Searson, but he doesn't miss the second opportunity. Tabson's also chiming in, and it's looking pretty good so far for Big. Searson having a good time on Dust2 before he's shut down by Fiku, which will actually result in a bomb plant. So both teams probably not too disappointed so far with that.
All going to be picked up as well as we do head into round number 5. But Big, very solid start to Dust2. To their map pick, and Here on the defense, it's just looking too damn easy for Searson. What is he, 7-2 already, just 4 rounds in. He's looking to continue to have a field day here. AGO back on the bye, MHL with an AWP to play with. Let's see if he can go toe-to-toe with Searson now.
First proper buy round here for AGO. Big still a little bit of cash behind him, at least for the time being. The contest in towards long. It's the Molotovs. I don't know if he wanted it to land on top of the door there, but gets put out as AGO trying to bust through the smoke, but the Molotov is on top of the door. Is that intentional for Big? If it is, that's massive brain.
What? And that's why
he
it wasn't
burned him alive.
extinguished. That is ridiculous.
That's just the kind of thing that you would expect Big to come up with, though.
Well,
hopefully Pilsky can go and get that one for us.
I'm going to have a look.
Let's make no promises, but let's see how it goes.
It's intentional. It's a lineup. It's a lineup. I'm going to find that.
Alrighty, well, ladies and gentlemen, that one's in the books. Going to be coming up on a nice little segment shortly, hopefully. But that is bomb control already in AGO, a round where they have had absolutely no chance.
Yeah, that's not how you really want to start your campaign on Dust2, is it? First gun round out the gates, and you've just gotten absolutely wrecked. Big are going to build the money up. There's going to be plenty more incendiaries where that one came from. MHL and Groovy are just stunned, wondering where on earth has their team gone. Might end up just even being a save here from these two because they're feeling so unconfident in being able to retrieve that bomb.
The only issue is MHL with 100 HP, or $100 in the bank rather, sorry. Look, Jordan, it's 6:30 in the morning. We're getting to that point. My brain's a little bit cooked, but still, AGO should be able to save through. And let's see if MHL can get some impact with this AWP going into the next. Just going to be some AKs retrieved, free upgrades for the riflers on Big, and that's going to be 5 clean ones. Look, literally no damage done to them this round either. That's 500 HP over on the Big camp.
5-0 as well. There's that molly that Pilsky's been yabbering on about. And a good spray as well from Tizian, who's helped out by Tabson. Great hold on long, and that's certainly going to make AGO scared of heading in that direction again. Keep an eye on where they go this round, but I dare say it's probably not straight out the long doors. And indeed, that is going to be the case. Up towards B this time for AGO. Oof.
Initial pick goes the way of x-kom. And they're starting to slow things down in the mid-round since obtaining it. You're seeing Big, they're shifting in their rotations. They're starting to centralize around catwalk and middle, which might indicate that they want to go for some aggression, at least on the timing. As for x-kom, progressing a bit of smoke utility in towards middle, trying to find a pick towards CT, and it's nicely traded. MHL really on point this round.
Yeah, just utilizing that saved AWP nicely already. 2 picks for AGO, and now with the man advantage, we might be able to see a trade come through, but if they're sending it over towards the B site here, Zantara's there just behind Heat and waiting.
The only defender on that B bomb site for the moment. Knife out, he's lost his gun, he's picked it back up, it's all good. Let's see. What can Zantaras do with that AK? He's forced out by a molly. Does get the first and the second as well. Oh my word, Zantaras, they've just lined up for him.
How's he done that again? From nowhere. Big.
Yeah, he's just making it look easy, isn't he?
Just individual performances, keeping them in these rounds time and time again. And now Fiku has to try to win this. They know exactly where he has to be, just utilizing the rest of that utility. There's no flash. It's going to be Tizian again through a smoke on the timing. Him and Searson swinging through together, at least at the double stack. 70 seconds to play with Fiku, finds the first head. And down to 24 HP, he goes down as well. Tizian at the ready. And saves that AWP through too. So Big still a clean Dust2 at the moment. 6-0 as AGO make that round costly, but even so, Big are just looking too good.
Well, it was kind of what I expected, more so from Big.
Let's take a look at... Oh, nothing apparently. Let's go back to the game apparently. Cannot see that Skybox Arena. That's a bit sad, but I'm sure we'll get that fixed up in a little bit.
Yeah, well, we do have something interesting to show you. 6-0 the scoreline at the moment, though, and AGO will hopefully have something interesting to show us on Dust2 as well, because they're going to need it. They're down 6-0.
All right. Well, I think it's just going to be the half buy here for AGO. Or, well, Groovy's investing in that Galil Scout. So just going for damage here. I mean, they've got full loss bonus at this point, so they're just going to try to chip down that CT economy a little bit. Keep Big's economy honest.
Boost up to short now. AGO just looking for a freebie, but there's no one from Big to find there. Prioritizing long control this round. Tabson doing a great job over towards CT as well, making sure no B splits happen. Or at least they're harder for AGO to fix. But now it is just going to be 4 men making their way up short. Great utility to maybe get their way to site, but even so, they've had so much trouble getting past this big defense on the A site.
Well, big defense on the A side, big defense on the B side. Doesn't really seem to matter. The result is always the same. And look at this utility usage from AGO. Searson is just absolutely locking it down. He's gotten a double kill, and it just doesn't seem like the trades are going to come through, although they do inevitably. It's a little bit too little, too late. MHL in the 1-on-3. Has to pick up the orb. That's his favored weapon, and he has spotted one down in CT spawn, but easy as you like for Big. Another round with 3 guns left alive. 7-0 now the scoreline, and it just does not seem to be getting rolling for AGO here on Dust2.
They got another gun round in here. AWP back on MHL, which is where they found a lot of impact before and put themselves in an advantageous position. Hopefully they can try to do so once again. Would be ideal. Seems like, once again, a bit more of a default round, a slow round on this T side. Taking that map control. The boost up on Searson here. He looks for that peek into lower. Dodge does the flash nicely. It's actually Keto on the head stack. They're into that double orb setup, and it's worked magic here. 1-man advantage for Big.
And again, if Big needed any more advantages, like they're just fighting for them time and time again. Keto almost nets himself a second, but we'll fall back for now. Molotov going down to split up the troops, but AGO commits straight through it. So much damage being taken by the utility. Tabson not going to be spotted. There's no one watching this. Zantaras as well through the doors. The double. As Fiku on 4 HP needs to do something, but Zantaras is not going to give him an inch.
Big is just looking way too good in these rounds. Everywhere that AGO goes, they're copping utility damage before they even get into an engagement. It's pretty obvious that Big are reading this play so well. They know exactly where AGO is every single round.
Into the double orb setup. 8-0. There's a reason why Big is one of the best in the world on this map. Just an absolute shutdown of x-kom at the moment. They're going to go for another one of these half buys, try to get a cheeky round across the board, force their way up catwalk yet again.
Oh, an MHL. Anyway, Tizzy in here just holding push up short. Nice double.
These are exactly the kind of rounds that x-kom need to take advantage of. Fiku's picked himself up and all. The retake is actually up short as Zantaras is put in position by the utility. Keto starts to make his way around long, but Fiku's holding that angle down.
Good shot though from Fiku. Zantaras in 1-on-2 can keep the perfect record alive for Big. He's already pulled off some clutches for his squad tonight, but that's a hefty chunk of damage to start things off. Now, if he does get the kill onto Groovy, he did have a smoke available. Might have been able to defuse inside of it, but not this time. And AGO pick up their first round on the T side of Dust2.
To be fair, though, that was like 4 months ago or something, I think.
Yeah, that was a while ago now.
They haven't played each other for ages.
And Big is a whole different team since the online era has been around. Hence why there's a whole lot of confusion with them. Because you get a different Big day to day, I swear. But today, they're bringing their A game.
Nice pick for Fiku, though.
Yep.
Handed that AWP to be able to go for that spawn play towards long, and he finds the initial opener for AGO. Let's see if they can convert here, though. Searson posturing aggressively towards catwalk.
Oh, and he's going to go back for a second attempt. Spots that util come through, unable to get a second, but gets away barely. Oscarish stops him. Xantares, how's he here? He's just gone for the aggressive push straight through uppers. AGO unable to do a thing.
Well, Keto's going to have to do something here for big. AGO, they're starting to walk out onto B, but AGO posted on the line. He knows they're coming over peaks, and MHL would punish him for that. AGO getting a little bit of work done now on the T side. Tabson, he's going to hide in the smoke again, but he doesn't hide very well. 8-2. And he's kind of just throwing that M4 away when Big don't have a whole lot of cash.
AGO, it's the classic T-side loss bonus situation. One of these pistol half-buys gets through and then they get a gun round together. And Big, after sustaining losses for a couple of rounds, actually start to face some economic difficulties. Which is going to mean that if x-kom AGO can actually get through here against the anti-eco. Oh, it's a push straight up mid, actually. Hold that thought.
Perfectly dealt with by Furlan at the moment too. Searson does have a scout to play with, but let's see how much longer he survives. Well, answer's there, and it's not much longer at all. AGO cleaning up nicely. One casualty in the round. So it'll hit the economy barely.
Speaking of economy, Big have kind of gotten back into the Buyers Club, but it's a bit of a party mix across the board. It is a bunch of different weapons, and not all of the ones that you'd want. Util's good, at least, for Big, and to be honest, utility has been a strong suit for them so far on this CT side. We've seen a lot of advantages gained by that util usage. Orps are starting to find picks on the T side for AGO. This time it's MHL. Has been Furlan earlier on in the piece, but wow, Xantares just straight through the smoke. Goodbye, Oscarish.
It's disgusting. x-kom AGO centralized around mid. Conversely, though, the opposite for Big. All around the extremities. Smoke deep into Long Hut. They've got a two-man setup towards B. Searson, the main man, minding catwalk for the time being. Furlan is over there towards B, lurking around, trying to catch a rotation, maybe.
Oh, but Searson's been so strong here from the A-ramp area, and again, AGO might just work towards him. Furlan not going to trigger any rotations at the moment. 2-2 setup still being held by Big, and there's full long control, so there's only one real direction this can come from. Smoke dropped. Searson wants to fight for it, but again, MHL going to be flashed
the
in.
molly's still going!
How has it continued to burn? Tabson's overwhelmed by Fiku as well. I really was expecting Searson to ramp up from that position. We've seen him get work done from there before, but not this time. And it's a 2-on-3 retake for Big. The nade isn't going to do too much. Well, actually, it does a significant amount of damage to Groovy, but for all the good that that's going to do in a 2-on-3, Xantares down now as well. It's Keto to try and challenge. He's going to go for it, but can't land the shots, and that's 4 on the trot now for AGO. They've really turned their half around.
Partly predicated on the fact that they had that T-side loss bonus in full swing, and they got that pistol half-buy across the board. But I have to say, these last couple of rounds, they've been creating their own opportunities. Say Big, pretty hard done by there.
Yeah, and look,
Searson not being able to put out that molly.
Well, he threw the smoke preemptively and was hoping it would bounce off the wall, but because it hit the edge, it didn't fully extinguish the Molotov, which came through. But again, MHL looking for an early pick. Cops the double nade, though.
This is a good push from Tabson. Deagle in hand. He's already gotten one, but has to back away as x-kom AGO turn their players around. Tabson does get helped out by Keto and can now push up to look for another kill onto Furlan. Bit of a weird looking round here for Big, but we're going to ferry some guns back into the B bomb site. CT side have so much map control.
I like this setup at long as well. Let's see if AGO walk into it. MHL spots that cross and deals with it nicely. Keto falling. And Tizian should be first contact. Xantares is playing full anti-flash. They're going to actually find him first by going for the pre-fire. Tizian somehow gets a double. That's going to be control of the bomb. MHL needs to fight back, but Tizian is here to stay.
A bit of a whiff on the first few shots, but if you can make up for it like that, then Big's going to be clapping you on the back, giving you a pat on the bum, and feeling very happy about that one.
Just in the locker rooms, you know.
Woo! A little bit of that going on in the team speak, I'm sure.
Surely. Winning rounds like that. But again, Big just one away from hitting the double digits in the first half on that CT side. early smoke over towards bedroom, but AGO, they're going to go toe-to-toe. Furlan straight into pit in a matter of seconds. Tizian forced back, short control there for Big. As it looks like Keto just going to be left solo over to the B site, but AGO have done nothing, shown no presence over here, so Big appropriately going for an early rotation. Flash into mid as well. Xantara's, he's just hunting for full control of tunnels. So he's gotten away with this multiple times, and with all this information, Big, they can just go for the A stack, try and hold from short, hold from CT, and just punish AGO for the one-pronged approach.
Well, potentially so, but if you have some good utility usage and you hit some good shots from the T side, you can still get into that A site. Handful of nades still there. 2 smokes is what they need for the crossover, as well as a couple of those flashbangs. You can see Big, they've fully controlled tunnels. They're ready to rotate into position, so really it's just going to have to be fantastic flashes. There's only 2 of them left. Some decent mollies, as well as some good shots here on the entry here from AGO.
Erlen throws that flash up into the air, and Big have come rotating across. Searson starts well. It's a different-looking defense for Big this time. They're defending from short rather than from the site. Tizian burns alive in the volley. Numbers advantage, does slink back, but very quickly traded down. And again, Furlan, he's going to see his teammate Groovy fall. Doesn't have much HP, and the grenade lands right on top of him. 22 seconds here for Oscarish, and he has to get the 1-on-3 now for AGO. No control of the bomb. He's got CTs wrapping in from every angle, and that will be 10 for Big.
And again, the aggression on that CT side, just giving them all the information in the world as AGO. They've got minimal to purchase up into this round. 2 Galil's already there, dropped across. AK for someone, MHL with an AWP. So all things considered, it's not terrible, but the utility, it's so thin.
Yeah. You can get a lot done with a little, though, on the T side sometimes. Especially if you're going to go for some of those quicker plays. Xbox smoke with the Molotov up short from AGO. Oscarish flashed out mid. Tapson, he's put off the line. The smoke from mid to B comes out, but he finds a good timing to pop out anyway.
Grenades again are going through. Tapson continues the spray. Furlan's down as well. It doesn't get any easier for AGO as Keto takes a peek at the perfect time as well. It's just fallen apart this round.
Tizian top mid. He's going to find MHL, and it's all up to Groovy, who gets 1, but that's not enough as Keto sends us into the half. That's an 11-4 scoreline. Big are going to be happy as Larry with that.
Ain't no one protecting my mind as a weapon, that's why I'ma dominate. Taking advantage of every second, no, I ain't got time to waste. They all tryna sign my name, they want me to sign my name. Counting your blessing while I count that in my winnings. We take 50s and 100s and throw them up to the ceiling. Everything I envision, not everybody gon' witness. Only difference between us is I ain't stop till I finish. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I always wanted the world, I wanna conquer the world right now. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. Savage, you've been distracted, your best, my average, there's a reason for that's a fact. So they snapping back, mad at the fact that I don't have a backup plan, I ain't need that. Outworking everybody when I relax, so I ain't tripping about none of y'all feedback. Every day I wonder when I'm gonna peak at, and that's why you count your blessing while I count that in my winnings. We take 50s and 100s and throw them up to the ceiling. Everything I envision, not everybody gon' witness. Only difference between us is I ain't stop till I finish. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I always wanted the world, I wanna conquer the world right now. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I always wanted the world, I wanna conquer the world right now. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I call the shots in the man with the plot and we only go bombs away. Ain't no one protecting my mind as weapon, that's why I'ma dominate. Taking advantage of every second, now I ain't got time to waste. They all tryna sign my name, they want me to sign my name. Counting a blessing while I count that in my winnings. We take 50s and 100s and throw them up to the ceiling. Everything I envision, not everybody gon' win this. Only difference between us is I ain't stop till I finish, yeah. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I always wanted the world, I wanna conquer the world right now. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now.
Das war ein fantastischer Halb von Big und der deutsche Mannschaft sieht gut aus für ein 2:0 heute. Oh, sorry, the translator. Translator didn't work. I didn't plug it in. Sorry.
Thank you.
But
Everyone's left now.
What did
they
you
think
say?
It's the German stream.
quick shout out to the Germans, who are obviously watching Big, and they'll be quite happy with their performance so far. 11-4 in the first half on Dust2. AGO, on the other hand, need to do some work in this
Push
second.
into upper dark. Look at all these CTs. Is there any left of them? It's just Groovy. He's trying to backpedal.
Oh, but he's got that P2K and is looking to dish some damage, but it's Antares to stop him, and now it's going to be a 4v1 situation. And look, I've been thoroughly impressed by Furlan's performance so far, but again, 1v4, that's just too much to ask for.
Yeah, Furlan, I don't know that he's going to be able to do this one. Does move quickly, though, with the USP. Spotting in towards mid. Hasn't seen really a whole lot, but does get rid of the head of Keto. So off we go. Maybe the 1-on-4 possible now until Tabson rolls around the corner and deals with him. That's that. Big have won the round. Big have started the pistol off and, well, finished it as well. Second half, off to the races.
Nicely done. x-kom tried to get aggressive. Tried to catch them before they could get that B hit going, but unfortunately they kind of just walked into the crosshairs of a bunch of sharp-looking big players this game. That puts them at a deficit straight off the bat into this second half, as if things weren't bad enough already. Scouts and Deagles, x-kom AGO try to force their way out of a bad situation, and that's a nice shot from Sears, and he cops the tag in return, but he's going to be happy with how that one's gone.
VQ, off the back of the flash, just tries to create some space. Unfortunately, is going to be creating space for Big instead. Couldn't get back to safety, and this should be easy peasy over towards the A site. Now, smoke on the cross, and Big, very thorough here. Should be able to just lock it down.
Well, Groovy, Deagle in hand, is going to be the last line of defense for AGO on the A bomb site. He'll get a bit of assistance from Furlan, who's trying to spam through the smoke with the scout, but it's pretty wishful thinking at this point to be finding a frag that way. A couple of Galil taps as well from Tizian. Will send him packing on his way back to the B bomb site to try and save the scout.
May as well. Going to be saving into that next round anyway. Try and go for a little bit of damage. Find some exits, at least something. There's still 5 players up here for Big, although a couple of scout tags, softening them up a little bit. Maybe taking a bit of that pep out of their step, but it seems like they're keen to keep hunting here.
Let's see what Tabson can do. 28 HP, and no line for him. Oscar shuts him down.
I mean, there's not that much point right now for Big to try and chase these guns down. They don't have a particularly strong economy themselves, and to be fair, AGO, it is only a couple of scouts, which will help them next round. Obviously, they'll be taking the eco, but it's not the end of the world for Big, to be honest, to be going against this round again, given particularly how easy that one looked for them. 13-4, and Big, well, we knew that they were going to be good on Dust2, and we knew that they were likely to finish this off 2-0 after they won Vertigo. But this is a little bit more one-sided than we might have anticipated.
See if it stays that way. At least this round you wouldn't expect too much out of x-kom AGO. Still got the 2 scouts and 2 Deagles brought into this one to try to go for a bit of damage, but it's the next buy round where they really need to strike gold, essentially. But when they're down 14-4, very little room for error.
And another one found by Searson, who is just so nasty on the scout today. AGO Managed to slide one. Groovy having an okay time so far. Arguably, it's just big. Just doing everything correctly. And AGO unable to find an answer. So, again, trades just not favouring AGO in this half yet. They will be finally able to go to their gun round. So, at this point, it's like, yeah, just try to carry the armor across. Looks like the scout won't have too much of an impact into the next. But big, this should be 14 on the board. A 10-round lead, that is just so much. And that's why this is their map pick. That's why they're one of the best in the world right now on Dust2.
Well, they walked their way into the A bomb site, and it's really not a huge defense, of course, from AGO. In the meanwhile, Xantares is having a bit of a wander. We'll see whether he gets the timing right or wrong here. That could be a very big deciding factor on whether he survives this round. Does start to work his way up, but if he doesn't turn around in time, he's going to lose his head and his Galil. That's a small prize for AGO, but something that they need to hang on to because they're down 14-4 now, or they will be very shortly. Which is going to be a long, painful grind back to the top if they are to mount this sort of comeback on the CT side.
It's going to be pretty much impossible. CT side comebacks are so difficult just due to the nature of the economy. Even if you do start winning, you have to win a lot of clean gun rounds in a row to build up money. Otherwise, surviving with those 1 or 2 players alive, you end up at about that 3.5k mark if you had no money in the bank in the previous. And Dust2 is one of those maps where you can't really get away with that. Double AWPs are pretty key on the CT side. Utility is pretty key to be able to run those long protocols to secure that map control. So I don't really think it's realistic for x-kom AGO to bring this map back, but can they at least look impressive on the way out? Because they impressed us on Vertigo. Let's see if they can continue to do so. At least this round they do have the utility, so they secure that long control.
Oh, double nade in. Tizian gets away nicely. Quite early there. So who was that? Furlan. Just looking to slide an AWP shot through mid, but he's going to back away to B ramp instead as Kido drops the cross smoke. But Groovy very advanced into bedroom now. But AGO have invested so much utility early on just to dominate long, and there's only 3 flashes remaining at the minute mark. That's a huge issue for AGO.
Slow and steady, composed really from Big is the way that I would describe this side so far. They're not feeling pressured or rushed into anything. They've really just wasted all of AGO's utility. Now's the perfect time for Big to strike.
Gonna go for this short and long split. You see the 2-man setup though from AGO here. Really it does rely on Fiku playing anti-flash towards that blue bin to play contact perfectly and shut this one down before it gets started. MHL could make it easier on them as well if he finds that pick, but he goes down for free.
Now this is going to be rough as well. Groovy unable to hold the line. Makes the first work. Fiku just holding the spray. 8 bullets and a dream. Groovy doing God's work. Fiku down to 7. Searson, they've lost full control of the bomb with 16 seconds remaining. And Big, unless Searson can find the double, that's it. AGO, they have been gifted another. Sharp shots from Groovy. Certainly fighting for it, but again, Big, it looked like it was their round completely until the dying moments.
4K with a Galil.
Unbelievable.
Against the T gun round.
I believe it.
With a start like that for Big as well. Well, you got to take your hats off to Groovy for that one. 14-5. One step on a very large staircase for AGO.
That's a clean gun round.
How many stairs does this staircase have, Jordan?
Well, it's got 11 more, I'll tell you that, Mac. And every time Big gets one more round, lava starts to rise below AGO.
Beautiful. Love a bit of lava, especially when it's in cake form. But for now, it looks like it's Groovy making his cake and eating it too. Over towards long now, Tabson denies him with that P2. Fiku unable to get too much extra done. Tizian now in a 1v3. He's got control of the bomb, plenty of time to play with, and he's drawn out every single rotation from AGO. So, yes, maybe there's an opportunity, but AGO, if they play close, go for the trades, should just be another lockdown round.
You say that, but
yeah, I know. Yep.
Tizian, he's kind of booking it over toward the B site, which at the moment is the correct choice. He is going to beat AGO there if he holds down the W button. He has, though, decided to shift walk in, and this might give AGO that Little bit extra time they needed to creep back across into mid, and they'll be able to now watch through the long doors. That he's obviously not over toward the A-bomb site. But where is Tizian? That's the question for AGO at the moment. Oscarish might be about to find out, and whether it's going to be good news or bad news. Looks like today it's good news, at least for AGO.
Love a bit of good news, especially in the morning.
Yep.
Well, good news for AGO is that I think it was 4 or 5 alive in that last gun round, then in the anti-force. They do have 3 alive, so they've got a little bit of extra cash in the back pocket. Should they fall or falter at some point, it's actually another half buy here for Big, taking full advantage of building up that loss bonus. Just want to take these ecos sooner rather than later, so they're going to see if they can chip a couple guns away. If they get 2 or 3 kills in this round, it's going to be fantastic for them. And as for AGO, they might be playing at the moment expecting like they're playing up against a gun round, which in some cases can give you a little bit of an edge when you're just playing with the pistols. Could draw out some extra utility off the bat. This is utility into B from B, trying to draw some rotations over from maybe that mid player or the player towards Cat, and they have done that successfully, and now they start to go towards Catwalk.
They're actually going to get out A, and they're probably going to get a bomb down here for free. You do see MHL come floating across. He'll have a crack at least one time with the orb, but won't get too many more chances. So, bomb plant does go down. Big have lost one in mid in the meanwhile. But a 4 on 5, with Eagles in hand, is still possible. AGO are going to have to make sure this retake is on lockdown. Definitely don't want to be losing too many guns, because the cash is relatively low still for them.
Looking to try to make their way through, and in a matter of seconds, everyone's dealt with. So great patience from AGO, and it seems like Big just unable to hit their shots there, but the Deagles not getting them over the line.
Interesting round though. They use utility to pull and push rotations the way that they desire. Throw that utility towards B, pulls those rotations over to the other side of the map. Then they hit towards A, get that bomb down. And when all's said and done, they don't get any kills, but they created a lot of opportunities, just didn't really seize them. Now the buy-in for Big. Plenty more loss bonus built up. Now they just needed to win back-to-back gun rounds, really, because they've allowed x-kom AGO's economy to build up quite a bit from this point. So they're going to be able to buy no matter what, at least for the next couple of rounds. Slow round from Big. Not taking any map control fast at all. Forfeiting long, not going towards Catwalk, really just grouping up in towards backyard.
Still heaps of util for AGO to keep Big out of these sites. They're going to use it at the mid round. You can see now that Furlan and Oscarish starting to try to prod for info over towards upper dark, but that molly doesn't find a thing. Big slowly making their way over towards the mid doors. No one here to stop them right now. MHL very interested in long instead, looking to play from blue. Supported by Gruby and Pitt. Solid positioning, but Big looks like it's all in up short.
Yeah, really taking their time this round. Using that utility well. Run boost across, trying to draw out the shot for CSN in combination with the flash, and Keto just launches it. They're going off the back of this.
They're going to have to go straight at Fiku, who has been the standout for AGO, and he again starts well under pressure from the AWP, but that doesn't seem to punish him at all. Fiku gets a double and a bink onto Searson before he eventually does fall. Time running short for Big. They'll have to run into that bomb site at Xantara's to get the plant down. And it's a better situation for Big than what they've had so far, but it's still far from fantastic until Xantara's gets a free kill onto MHL. So we're back to 3 on 3, and now starts to look a bit more precarious for AGO. Tizian on short, he'll fall, but Xantara's is doing work. He's pushing down the ramp. He's getting Oscarish, and he might get one more. He does. He's really just done it himself. A 4K for Xantara's, and Big goes to 15.
Crazy rifling coming out from the man, and you could see Searson as well, just looking to give up the short or get out of elbow as best he can. He had his head down, he was crouched, he was crab walking over towards Goose, and he didn't even need to be there because Xantara's just did all the heavy lifting himself.
Just blind crab walk tap.
He's just happy to be there.
He's just happy to be here.
That's not the Xantaro speak, but that's something. Oh, tag off the bat from Searson. 1B from Keto over towards, where was that? In mid. Wow. Pick very quickly from Big, and they just launch straight out mid, apply the pressure towards that B-side player. That's the B-side of the map, cracked wide open here.
And this could be the end of the game already. 60-7 on the horizon. MHL wants to go toe-to-toe with the mid players, but Tizian is here and he loves to play around a smoke. Again, he's looking for it. Groovy able to equalize as he managed to find one. Back to the 3v3 we've gone. He's still pushing in through T-spawn. Bomb has made its way over towards the B site. Just going to be playing at the default, but here's the timing. Tizian boosted up, just catches MHL with the off angle. It's looking perfect. It's looking good. And AGO, they're a man down. This could be it.
Well, Groovy coming in for the rotate. He's going to really have to rely on Fiku to win the fight in mid, who can't actually get it over the line against Tizian. It's now a 1-on-3 for Groovy. And he's got no option left but to run straight into the AWP of Searson. And that will be it. Big secure themselves a 2-0 in their first outing here at ESL Pro League Season 12.